Hello there. We are coming to the end of the semester, only a couple of weeks left. Thank you for your hard work. I look forward to getting caught up on grading this weekend. I have had a few questions about the video assignment, the PowerPoint and video presentation. So I'm going to give you a little bit more here to think about, and I released something under the assignment tab that hopefully will help. So if you go to the body keeps the score paper project right here. Here's, tips for doing well on the presentation. And so there are a few things that I really want to see. And I don't want to see a lot of reading. That's first and foremost. I would like to see what you know. And how you demonstrate what you know is you speak from your own understanding. In other words, you don't just read from a paper. And so I'll demonstrate in this video quickly like what that looks like. So don't have bullet points. Do have bullet points. I obviously have bullet points on the slide, so you get cues on what to talk about. And pictures, I think that makes it good, but no long sentences, paragraphs, or narratives on the slides. Also, don't make slide narratives that you read. That's not showing that you read the book or understand the material. It's just, hey, I could just produce whatever. So do not read a script. Please speak from your own personal understanding. Students who read slides directly from a pre-produced script or narrative, you're going to get a C at maximum. If you look at the rubric down here, presentations will be assessed according to relevant content. You'll get a very low grade on presentation style. Okay. And basically a 0% if you're just reading. I don't want to see you read. This right here would be a 0% in this category if you're reading. I don't want to see you read. Let me demonstrate what I'm talking about right there. I'll pull up like a sample PowerPoint. I just put this together quickly. It may or may not be accurate, but I just want you to see um, what I mean. So this would be an example of giving a presentation without reading. Okay. I'm gonna skip the title slide. All right. So we're talking about the book, The Body Keeps the Score. And we want to try to understand the core components first. The core components of the books, is really talking about how the body is really storing trauma, that the interactions of our synapses, our brains, our experience, the the memories with our hippocampus into, the neural connections into our bodily cells, um, store those memories. Definitely, if it's a lot of times we do have physical trauma, whether it's, physical abuse, sexual abuse. There's a term that says when uh, neurons wire together, they fire together. So in other words, if you have a memory that involves a part of your body, it's traumatic. Anytime there's a memory of that experience, the neurons will fire in your brain, and it also, your body will remember that as well. Um, the one of the main findings from Van de Kolk is that your nervous system, your fight or flight kicks on, and you become dysregulated in that you are a lot of times people are hyper vigilant. They're always on this high alert. Talking about the third point is physical symptoms can emerge. Things like people can experience stomach aches, people can experience headaches, people can experience a lot of different things in their bodies. The ACE study actually indicates that people who have had four or more ACEs actually have a very high rate of going to the doctor and complaining of somatic or bodily symptoms without, an identifiable cause. So I'm going to pause there because I don't want to make this about my presentation. What did you notice that I did? What did you notice that I did in that slide? I didn't have a narrative. I didn't have a paper. And you're like, well, Randolph, you know this stuff. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time studying, but I want to see that you've at least spent some time studying and talking about this book. The primary things I really want to see, let me share my screen one more time. The primary things I really want to see that as far as a good presentation goes, is how can you apply this yourself? Like I might this slide here, because I understand, what trauma does, I've incorporated a deep breathing practice. I'm doing more yoga. This week I ran 3 times on the treadmill trying to get my heart rate up and trying to, be more physically fit and active. And, I also note when I get stressed out, my heart starts beating really fast. See, I'm talking about these two bullet points without actually, reading them. That's what I want to see. I want to see you connect with this. That's the point of this, okay? So hopefully this video helps you. Please know Microsoft Word has Microsoft PowerPoint. You have the ability to record yourself using that. You also have Zoom. Zoom, you can hit the record button. It records to your device. So there are different methods of sharing this with me. If you have your own YouTube channel, you can upload that as a link and share it. But please know you're responsible to get me a copy I can view or that Professor Miller can view. I hope this has been helpful. Please reach out if you have other questions, but I look forward to seeing these.